Have you ever heard of the Cabbage Patch Kids? What if I tell you that I actually found evidence that the Cabbage Patch Kids were actually a real thing? So there was this lady, right? This film producer, her name was Alex Guy Blatch, and she created a film called the Fairy of the Cabbages, or the Cabbage Fairy, right, in English. And this movie is from 1896. Right, 1896. This is the late 1800s, almost at the end of the century. This lady, according to Wikipedia, she got inspired by the real invention, by the real events of the Cabbage Patch Kids and the baby incubators at the time. That was her inspiration to then make the movie The Cabbage Patch Kid, the Cabbage Fairy. Okay, and if you watch the movie, it's very disturbing looking at the way that she, treats those babies coming out of the cabbages. So, and again, according to Wikipedia, that's where she got her inspiration from. Right? Because we all get inspired one way or another to produce art. Whether if it's a film, a book, a movie, whatever, right? And that was her inspiration, the actual events of the Cabbage Patch Kids and the baby incubators. So, if this lady got inspired by the real events of the Cabbage Patch Kids, right, in the baby incubators, then that actually confirms that yes, the Cabbage Patch Kids were actually real back in the 1800s. Okay, why else would she make this movie? Right? She must have seen it. She must have seen these things happening in real life for her to then make a movie about it, right? It's crazy. So if the Cabbage Patch Kids are real and the baby incubators are real, that means that the orphan trains were real. And if the orphan trains were real, that means many other things about the past is also real, such as the Tartarian Empire. Okay? And I mean, that includes the mud floods and a bunch of other things, right? A bunch of other things. Because once you destroy an empire and you're going to take over, you need new people to fill up the space, right? So, hey, this is for entertainment purposes only. I am just a peasant, right? I am just a peasant doing my research. But, hey, what do you think? What do you think about the Cabbage Patch Kids? I'm sure that everything that we were taught in school about our history is true, right? Right?